So in our last video, we talked about how to create a list, and we have created a list called fin.data.tb. That is basically our SharePoint list, where we'll be using it for writing the data to the SharePoint and then retrieving it from there as well, and then doing updates and deletion and other stuff. So in our last video, we created this list, and then we explored how to find the GUID, which is basically an identifier, and then we'll be using VBA to pass the string and the connection, and make a bridge between Excel and SharePoint. So you've seen that in our last video that whenever you make an update from Excel by doing after you do a normal export to Excel, it doesn't allow you to write back to the SharePoint. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just gonna close this, okay, whatever we did earlier, and now we'll try to create a code that will retrieve the information from there into our Excel here. Okay, so I'm just gonna create a new sheet and just gonna call this finance. This could be anything, okay, so I'll just call this data SP for now. And then remember, we have taken this GUID from there, and then for now we want to use the main ID. For now we want to get we want to pull and link this particular list to our SharePoint from our SharePoint to Excel. So I'm gonna go, I'll make this code available for you in the video description, or I'll send you the whole workbook, so just refer to the description. So here first we need two things before we can go ahead. First is our site. Okay, so if you go to your list, just take the the URL just before that. Okay, so lp-pc is my SharePoint name, site name. So I'll just go here and put in that. Okay, this is site name. And then second, we need our the GUID for that particular list. Okay, so we have this list, this GUID. If you not watch my earlier video, please refer to earlier video to find out how you can get the GUID. So I'm gonna replace this GUID here, and then that's it. So this is basically, we're using the list object method in VBA. You don't need any extra reference for this. It should work pretty fine. So what this code is doing is basically it's saying that okay, let's just make a little bit of change sheets, and then I'll just call this data. I think we've created a data SP, so we'll call this. So what my code is gonna do is basically, I'm saying that these are my variables, my sheet, worksheet, the type, object type is worksheet, and then this is string SP site, and then I'm declaring that my sheet is gonna be this particular one, and then this is where I'm putting in, this is array where I'm putting in my site name, and then the GUID, which is gonna identify my particular list, SharePoint list. And then in this, I'm saying from my sheet, just add the list object, and the type is gonna be external, for example. I'm just gonna this, and then you have the source is this, and then this particular the type is Excel source external, and then you have source, which is this, and then you want to link it, and then it has a heading, and then where exactly you want to import this data to. So that is in E1 here. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to run this. So I'm gonna select this sub routine and run this. So you have this data now, it's imported here. And then if you go to your table, for instance, you'll be able to see that okay, let me just right click on this table, and then you'll see that you have more options like synchronize with SharePoint, which was not available when you normally just do an export to Excel from your list. Okay, so let's just try and see if this works. So I'm gonna copy this data just for a demonstration purpose. I'm just gonna override this data here. Okay, now you can manually do this as well by right clicking and then click on synchronize with Excel. So just give it a moment and it's done. If I go here and refresh it, you should be able to see all the data back to the list. Okay, I think it must be the view. So I'm gonna go here, select all items. So you can see that all the data from this particular table that you just created using VBA is synchronized back to the SharePoint. Okay, so that is one way of sending the bulk data back. If you have to imagine you have to go to each of this and then you have to go in here and then you click on something and you have to keep on editing certain things, it's gonna be impossible, right? So this is one way of synchronizing everything, make changes by putting in a formula and everything, and once you're done you right click and then you go to table and then you synchronize it. That's pretty simple, right? So for example, I'm gonna add additional line. For instance, let's say that you have added additional line here, and just remember not to this is more of an ID which is read only. This is auto generated and you can make changes to that. Okay, so there's a second part of the code where basically it's the same method, it's just that it has update changes and then Excel is conflict dialog. So you have more options here. For example, so you have, like, if there is an error, it will give you options. If there are conflicts, multiple users attempting to make changes to the same record, and so on. So I recommend you to use this because it gives you an option to resolve it before making the changes. So basically this is my sheet, this is my object, list object, and then I'll just rewrite this active sheet to my data SP, and then this is the list object. Whatever is first in this particular sheet is my list object, and then I'm saying that list object update changes to the SharePoint. So if you go here and refresh it now, you'll see that the data that you just put in here at the bottom is not synchronized back. It's 29. The line item is 29. And then if you go here, okay, I can't see the line item right now, but it's not updated yet. So let's run this code and see if this synchronizes the data back to the SharePoint. Let's put if you look, this photocopies should not be here right now. Okay, it's not there right now. So let's try to run this code and see if it synchronizes back, update the changes back to the SharePoint. So I'm gonna run this. So it's just done. Let's go back and refresh our table. So if you come down here, you'll see that photocopies and all the lines below that is already synchronized. So this is a very simple way. You don't need any coding experience or anything. You just need to know which line is doing what. As I've told you, you can make changes here. What you need to know is the name of the list. You need to know your name, the site, the SharePoint site name, the URL, and then you need to find out the GUID. You just need to fill this out, and then when you run this code, it will just do the needful for you. And then I'm here to answer all your questions if you have anything. And then let's say you go here and then make for this particular thing, I'm just gonna make changes. I'll just add one number here, so it's 2585. okay, I'm gonna save this, and if I go back here, you can right click and directly refresh your table as well. You can synchronize it. You can go here and refresh it as well. Okay, refresh all, or you can there is a simple code which is exactly pretty much the same code that we have written here, but instead of update changes, you'll use a syntax called a method called refresh. So I'm just gonna run this code now, and then you should be able to see that this particular number is now updated in your Excel. So this is a very useful method that is available in your VBA. You can use this to create a connection that is linked to the SharePoint in edit mode. And then if you just need a simple read only, you can always go here and export to Excel. You don't need to write any code for that. And then if you need to save changes, you can use this code, or you can write your applications to do more of manipulation by doing the data addition and then sending it back. But this is particularly useful when you have to do a quick change, especially a bulk update back to the SharePoint. So have fun with the code, and then please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. In our next video, I'm going to show you how you can create a list in SharePoint using VBA. And then further, as we have talked about using ADO to do the more advanced things using VBA. So just tune in back, and then we'll try to work more on VBA working with SharePoint. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day ahead. Bye bye.